I just continue. Good afternoon, folks, and welcome on this lovely sunny Wednesday afternoon. Today, the Vikings will face Marshall in a game that will feature pitching aces on both sides. Mountain View and Marshall would look to bounce back with a win after tough losses last week. It's time to play ball.
Who's calling the game?
Me.
Do you want the first names or do you have them?
Oh, thank you. I just don't know the positions right here. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one has keys, so we have to wait till yes.
Test. It's time to play Viking softball. Today's starting pitcher for the Vikings, Erica Rivera. Up to bat for the Marshalls, Sammy. First pitch to Sammy, high for ball one. Today, Sammy is playing center field for the Eagles. Erica with the windup. Second pitch, strike. The count is now 1-1. Next pitch, foul. Erica is a sophomore here at Mountain View High School. She was an all-leaguer last year in the Mission Valley League. Set a record for the most strikeouts. She now records her first strikeout of the game. Up next for the Eagles, number 4, Ruby. First pitch outside for ball one. Kick out with the windup. Nice fastball down the middle. Strike one. Interesting swing there by Ruby. They're going to count it for strike two. Kika's one of the fastest throwing pitchers in the league. That's 2 outs. 2 strikeouts for Kika. Next up for the Marshall Eagles, number 55, McCann. First pitch to her, swing and a miss. Second pitch, pop back for foul 2. Strike 2. Next pitch on the dirt, that's ball 1. Today for the Vikings, we have Karina Loera, senior, at third base. Then we have Antoinette Gonzalez at shortstop, Veronica Cuellar at second base, and Darla Sandoval at first base. Behind the plate, Alyssa Guerrero. Next pitch popped up to shortstop. Antoinette able to field it, and that's 3 outs. Top of the first inning, Marshall Eagles 0, Vikings 0.
Alright, so you and him are going to do trading off on that once Eddie's good to go. Okay. You guys today or Friday?
I said both days.
Okay. I don't know if I had you on the list. Did I get to check with you today? Yeah. I confirmed. 'Cause I don't think I had you guys on the list.
I did it.
Huh?
I was. You asked me. I was sitting on the table.
No, I gotta look too, because I mean, we have 6.
Today, the starting lineup for the Vikings. First up, we have Erica Rivera, batting second, Alexandra Souza. Batting third, Antoinette Gonzalez. Batting fourth, Darla Sandoval. Fifth, Veronica Cuellar. Batting sixth, Samantha Mesta. Batting seventh, Alyssa Guerrero. Batting eighth, Joanna Juarez. And batting ninth, Karina Loera. And the subs for today, Alexis Soto, number 17, and Jennifer Pelayo. Up on the mound for the Marshall Eagles, number 55, McCann. First pitch, strike. Count is now 0-1. Back of the plate for the Eagles, we have number 27, Desiree. Next pitch, pop out to left field for the first out of the inning. Now batting number 3, Alexandra Souza. She is a senior here at Monteview High School. It's first year in softball. First pitch in there for a strike. Souza actually played softball in middle school at Krantz Intermediate for 2 years. Next pitch fouled left. The count is now 0-2. Souza is a triathlete here at Monteview High School. Plays volleyball, soccer.
No, I'm going to call him and tell him to talk.
Used to be in track, and now she is in softball. Next pitch to Souza. Ball's outside. She's safe at first, able to beat the throw. Now we have a runner at first with 1 out. Up next for the Vikings, number 8, Antoinette Gonzalez. Pitch gets by Desiree, the catcher, and Sosa able to steal second base. The count is now 1-0. Antoinette is actually a transfer from Serrano High School. Next pitch. Pitch is high, but called for strike one. The count is now 1-1. It's a pop fly to right center field. Souza rounding third. Able to stand home, safe. And Antoinette secured a double. The Vikings are now up 1-0. With one out, up next for the Vikings, number 13, Darla Sandoval. Darla today is playing first base. Next pitch, fielded to second base. Out at first, but Antoinette able to reach third safely. That's two outs. Up next for the Vikings, number 11, Veronica Cuellar. This is Veronica's first year playing second base. First pitch to Cuellar.
Don't quit.
Down the middle for strike one.
And follow the action.
In the infield today for the Eagles, at third base, number 13, Rihanna. At shortstop, number 7, Sinsley. That's called strike two. And at second base, we have number 12, Katie. And at first, we have number 9, Evelyn. Next pitch to Cuellar. In the dirt for a ball. Wind up. It's fouled back. Still 2 strikes and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Vikings 1, Eagles 0. Cannon the windup. In there for strike 3. First strikeout for McCann. And that retires the side. After 1 inning of play, Vikings 1, Eagles 0.
At Union Bank, we do more than transactions. We help the students at Mountain View High School become financially smart. At MVHS, we not only inspire greatness, but along with Union Bank, we inspire saving. With great customer service, saving has never been easier than going to school. So open your savings account today and start saving money for college, senior expenses, a new car, and most importantly, for your future. All you need is $1, your school ID, and your social security number. It's that easy. Take advantage. The bank is at your reach here at MVHS. Remember, every penny counts. Be smart and save.
Am I good? Welcome back, viewers. Up next for the Eagles, we have number 9, Evelyn. First pitch, fouled back. Kika with the windup. Pitch is called low for ball one. Count is now 1-1 for Evelyn. Evelyn today is playing first base for the Eagles. Next pitch down the middle for strike two. Swing and a miss for Evelyn for Erica's third strikeout of the game. That's one out, and up next for the Eagles, number 12, Stella. Pitch is wide for ball one. Kick on the windup. Swing for strike one. Next pitch down the middle for strike two. Let me remind you guys that Kika is one of the fastest throwing pitchers in the league. She's been proving that so far today. Next pitch fouled back. Count still remains 1-2. Next pitch fouled back. In the outfield today for the Vikings, we have at left field Joanna Juarez, number 9, and at center field number 3 Alexandra Souza, and at right field number 5 Samantha Mesta. Next pitch down low for ball 2. The count is now 2-2. Next pitch down low. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
She dropped you off and bailed, right? I said remember the short one cut. One out of order.
Kick on the windup. Down low for ball 4. Up next for the Eagles, number 7, Sinsley. We have a runner at first. 1 out. Top of the second inning. It's a lovely day out here at Monteview High School. Around 75 degrees. The field has been recently altered. There's been new fencing added. New grass. There seems to be some confusion in the lineup.
She went over there and she said she was gonna get some. She asked, I brought an extra phone that we were gonna use for the thing because I don't have the adapter, so I can't plug in online. So I brought another phone that I'm
Batting up next for the Eagles, number 7, Sinsley. She's in the 6th spot today. First pitch. High. Katie tried to steal second. Held back. We have runner at first with 1 out. The count is now 1-0. Kick on the windup. Fouled back. Looking at the division standings, Mountain View is looking here today to lock in their place at 4th. Marshall is right behind them, currently sitting in 5th. Katie once again attempts to steal second base. Is held back. Is still standing at first. Both teams have 4 wins within the division so far this season. Next pitch to Sinsley. Strike 2. Oh, let me correct myself. That was strike 3, and that's Kika's 4th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Eagles, number 13, Rihanna. 2 outs.
2 outs?
2 outs.
How many strikes was on that batter? What was the count on that batter?
Oh, that was 3 strikes.
That was 3 strikes?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to verify.
Yes. Up next for the Eagles, number 13, Rihanna. She is playing third base today. They're out 2 outs. Runner at first. Here in the top of the second.
I wanted to keep this, not this view, this way, so if someone's going to start chatting.
First pitch to Rihanna. Upstairs for ball 1. Next pitch is a strike. Goes past Alyssa. And the runner is able to steal second base. The count is now 1-1. That was a 1-2 count. But the runner was fooled and attempted to steal third, but was caught out at second base. And at the end of 1.5, the Vikings are still up 1-0.
Bank, we do more than transactions. We help the students at Mountain View High School become financially smart. At MVHS, we not only inspire greatness, but along with Union Bank, we inspire saving. With great customer service, saving has never been easier than going to school. So open your savings account today and start saving money for college, senior expenses, a new car, and
Welcome back, softball fans. Due up for the Vikings. Number 5, Samantha Mesta. Number 4, Alyssa Guerrero, and number 9, Joanna Juarez. This is Samantha's second year in varsity. Last year she participated in what was one of the most competitive seasons. One of the most talented Viking softball teams in Montevideo's history. The count is now 1-1 for Samantha. Hit softly to shortstop. And she's safe at first. Up next for the Vikings, number 4, Alyssa Guerrero. We have runner at first, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Guerrero. Inside for strike 1. Next pitch down the middle, strike 2. Samantha able to steal second with the late throw. This is Alyssa's 3rd year playing catcher for the Vikings. She was also part of last year's softball historic team. Made it deep into the CIF playoffs. That count is now 2-1 for Guerrero. Next pitch popped up to right field. Softly lands. Runner rounds 3rd. Safe at home. Alyssa rounding 2nd. Going for 3rd. She's called out at 3rd base. But she is able to bring a batter in home. Up next for the Vikings, number 9, Joanna Juarez. First pitch to Joanna, upstairs for ball 1. On deck, we have number 2, Karina Loera. Next pitch down low for ball 2. Joanna softly hits it to first base and is out. That is now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Nobody on base, and Karina Loera up next for the Vikings. First pitch to Loera. Down low for ball 1. Next pitch popped up by the first baseline, and she's out for the 3rd out of the inning. The Vikings lead 2-0 after 2 innings.
Okay, so we have
Transactions. We help the students at Mountain View High School become financially smart. At MVHS, we not only inspire greatness, but along with Union Bank, we inspire saving. With great customer service, saving has never been easier than going to school. So open your savings account today and start saving money for college, senior expenses, a new car, and most importantly, for your future. All you need is $1, your school ID, and your social security number. It's that easy. Take advantage. The bank is at your reach here at MVHS. Remember, every penny counts. Be smart and save.
Welcome back, softball fans. This is the top of the third inning. Up next for the Eagles, number 13, Rihanna. On deck, we have number 27, Desiree. Kika in this game has 4 strikeouts so far with 1 walk. So far, pitching a perfect game.
Sideline recording. We don't have a mic cable.
First pitch to Rihanna. Outside for ball 1.
It says poor reception.
Kick on the windup. Rihanna swings. Misses for strike 1.
Yeah, it's not getting good.
Next pitch. Down the middle. Rihanna swings and misses for strike 2. Kika continuing to throw heat here in the top of the third inning. Next pitch outside. Rihanna swings and misses for strike 3. That's Erica's 5th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Eagles, number 27, Desiree. Desiree today is a catcher for the Eagles. First pitch up high for ball 1. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes for Desiree. Kick on the windup. Down the middle for strike 1. There has yet to be some action out in the Vikings outfield, as Kika has held all the batters in. It's down the middle for strike 2. The count is now 2-2 for Desiree. Desiree attempted a bunt, fouled back. Alyssa able to catch the ball, but that's an automatic out. It's Erica's 6th strikeout of the game. That's 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Up next for the Eagles, Stella. Pitches down low for ball 1. Next pitch is inside but fouled back. Count is now 1-1. Next pitch to Stella. Down the middle for strike 2. Kick on the windup. Swing. Stella swings and misses for strike 3. Erica's 7th strikeout of the game. Score remains 2-0. Vikings are up.
At Union Bank, we do more than transactions. We help the students at Mountain View High School become financially smart. At MVHS, we not only inspire greatness, but along with Union Bank, we inspire saving. With great customer service, saving has never been easier than going to school.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now at the top of the order for the Vikings. Up next to bat for the Vikings, number 1, Erica Rivera. She flied out in her first at-bat. First pitch in the outside corner for strike 1. Erica pops it up to first base. Fielded by Evelyn for the first out of the inning. Up next for the Vikings, number 3, Alexandra Souza. She was walked earlier at bat in her first appearance. There's one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Next pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Next pitch in the inside corner for strike 1. So her sisters that also played in the Viking softball team. The count is now 2. So the swings and misses for the third strike. That is mechanic. Up the Vikings, number 8, Antoinette Gonzalez. First pitch up high for ball 1. On deck, Vikings, number 13, Darla Sandoval. Next pitch in the inside corners called strike 1. Antoinette has a cousin also playing here with the Vikings today. Alyssa Guerrero, the catcher. Last pitch was fouled back for strike 2. The count is now 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. It's grounded at shortstop. Fielded by Sinsley for the third out of the inning.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates:
May 3rd,
May 4th,
May 10th,
May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m.
Tickets are $8 with ASB.
and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390. TTF.
Oh, you see. Welcome back, softball fans. We're in the top of the order here in the top of the 4th inning. First at bat for the Eagles, number 3, Sammy, struck out in her first appearance. His first pitch fouled back for strike 1. It has been an all-star caliber performance today by the Vikings ace. Erica Garcia has 7 strikeouts with 1 walk. Next pitch to Sammy is called strike 2. The count is now 0 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch popped up to left field. Antoinette able to field it for the first out of the inning. Ruby struck out in her earlier today. Pitch. The infield has shifted in as Ruby attempts to it for the second out of the inning. Up next for the Eagles, number 55, and the pitcher for the Eagles, McCann. First pitch down the middle for strike 1. Next pitch, hit over to left field. Went past the left fielder. And McCann is able to safely land on second base for the first hit for the Eagles today. Up next for the Eagles, number 9, Evelyn. There are 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Looks like there will be a pinch runner for McCann at second base.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Okay. Evelyn struck out in her previous at-bat. It's now 2 outs here on top of the 4th inning. The score, Vikings 2, Eagles 0. First pitch to Evelyn, fouled back. Count is now 0-1 for Evelyn. Next pitch is down low. Runner on second is attempted to steal third. Held back by Alyssa's threat. Erica in the windup. Pitches inside. Alyssa throws third. Catches the runner out at third for the third out of the inning. After 3.5 innings, the score remains Vikings 2, Eagles 0. 2-0. Eddie. In this angle, you can't see the batter.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates:
May 3rd,
May 4th,
May 10th,
May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB.
and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390.
TTS.
She grounded out in her first plate appearance today. First pitch to Darla, outside for ball 1. It has been a low hitting game so far. Vikings 2 hits with Marshall Eagles 1. Darla rips it down the third baseline. Safely stands at first base. Up next for the Vikings, number 11, Veronica Cuellar. On deck for the Vikings, number 5, Samantha Mesta. First pitch to Cuellar. Bunted foul for strike 1. Cuellar struck out in her previous at-bat. So far today, McCann, pitcher for the Eagles, has 2 strikeouts and has allowed 3 hits today. Next pitch down low. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike for Cuellar. McCann in the windup. Pitches down the middle for strike 2. Looked like a nice curveball. McCann still going strong after 3 innings. Next pitch up high but foul. Count remains 2-2 for Cuellar. Next pitch. Inside but foul. Count remains 2-2 for Cuellar. Runner at first. Next pitch to Cuellar. Once again fouled back. It's giving up a pretty good at bat so far. Count remains 2-2. Third baseman seems to be inching in towards third home plate. Next pitch to Cuellar. Up high. Cuellar swung and missed. However, it went past the catcher and Cuellar was able to reach first base safely. So we have runners at first and second. Nobody out, and Samantha Mesta up next for the Vikings. Samantha single in her first plate appearance today. Runner on first was actually called out, but some runner on second still safe. That's now 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Alyssa Guerrero up next. She brought in a runner earlier today in the 2nd inning. Attempted to hit a triple, but was called out. First pitch to Alyssa, strike 1. Next pitch is outside for strike 2. Next pitch was a ball. Went past the catcher. Darla standing at third base. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCann in the windup. Pitch down the middle for strike 3. That is McCann's third strikeout of the game. She retires the side. Score remains Vikings 2, Eagles 0.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates:
May 3rd,
May 4th,
May 10th,
May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB.
and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390.
TTS.
Okay. Welcome back, Viking fans. Erica remains pitching here after 4 innings. Up next for the Eagles, number 9, Evelyn. And on deck, we have number 11, Katie. So far, Erica has allowed 1 hit, but she has also struck out 7 and has only walked 1 batter today. Evelyn steps into the batter's box. First pitch, fouled back for strike 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes for Evelyn. Bottom of the, oh, top of the 5th. Top of 5th. Erica in the windup. Next pitch in the inside corner. Strike 2. Erica remains consistent. Pitching speed. Next pitch. Evelyn able to tip it. Fouled back. Count still remains no balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch to Evelyn. Erica throws unique curveball. She was able to record a strikeout, 8th of the day. Up next for the Eagles, number 11, Katie. First pitch fouled back for strike one. If you haven't done so already, you might want to take on a drive the next time the Vikings play at home. It's quite a unique, beautiful view of the softball field and the baseball field. The count's now no balls and 2 strikes for Katie. Next pitch, curveball. That's Erica's 9th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Eagles, number 7, Sinsley. Sinsley struck out her first plate appearance today. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. On deck for the Eagles, number 13, Rihanna. Next pitch is outside for ball 2. Sinsley gently hits it to right field and is able to reach first base safely. Now we have a runner at first. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And number 13, Rihanna, is up next. I'm sorry, there's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch along the third base line, called foul. The Eagles so far in this game have 2 hits. Next pitch to Rihanna. Outside for ball 1. Count is now 1-1. Next pitch to Rihanna. Swung and missed. That's strike 2. Erica looking to record her 10th strikeout of the game. Just one strike away from achieving this. Next pitch down the middle, called strike 3. That's Erica's 10th strikeout of the game. After 4.5 innings, score now remains Vikings 2, Eagles 0.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates:
May 3rd,
May 4th,
May 10th,
May 11th.
they all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB and $10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to $3.90. TTFN.
Strike one. The next substitution is number 12, Jennifer Pelayo, and at second base for Veronica. Next pitch on the dirt. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. McCann remains pitching for the Eagles. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Next pitch outside. Ball 3. The count is now 3-1 for Alexis. She will be playing left field. McCann in the windup. Next pitch down the middle. There's a full count now, 3-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Next pitch on the outside corner called strike 3. That's McCann's 4th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Vikings, number 2, Karina Loera. Karina grounded it to second base, able to reach first safely and record her first hit of the game. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're at the top of the order again for the Vikings. Number 1, Erica Rivera. She flat out twice in her previous 2 appearances. First pitch to Erica, down low for ball 1. We have 1 out and a runner at first base. Next pitch to Erica, the inside corner called strike 1. Erica only a sophomore here at Mountain View High School in her 2nd year of varsity. Next pitch, ball 2. Karina safely steals second. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. We have a runner at second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Third baseman for the Eagles. Closing into home plate. Unique strategy for the Eagles, as Erica is a well-known batter here in the Mission Valley League. The count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes for Erica. Next pitch is fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Next pitch to Erica. Able to tip it foul. Runner on second, 1 out. Field. Karina rounding third. Scores for the 3rd run of the game. Erica going for 3rd. She reaches 3rd safely and records her first hit of the game. Score is now Mountain View 3, Eagles 0, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up next to the Vikings, number 3, Alexandra Souza. She walked and struck out in her previous 2 bad appearances.
It's more on the green side. It's 70% now. It's good, you could say.
First pitch to Alexandra. Inside for strike 1. A runner on third, 1 out. Next pitch, it's pass. Souza hits it past the shortstop. Erica able to score. Souza around second, going for third. Rounds third and reaches home safely. Alexander just hit an inside the park home run. Score is now Mountain View 5, Eagles 0. What was that?
Is that 3 or 4? It's 5-0.
There seems to be a coaching meeting at the pitcher circle. Looks like there won't be a pitcher's exchange at the moment. Up next for the Vikings, number 8, Antoinette Gonzalez. Huh? What? Bottom of the 5th. Antoinette doubled and grounded out in her previous 2 plate appearances. On deck for the Vikings, number 13, Darla Sandoval. First pitch is high for ball 1. The count is now 1 ball and no strikes for Antoinette. Next pitch is down low. McCann losing her rhythm early in this inning. McCann in the windup. Upstairs, Antoinette swings and misses for strike 1. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, Antoinette rips to the left field and has a standing single. So it's 1 out. Got a runner at first base. Up next for the Vikings, number 13, Darla Sandoval. She grounded out and singled in her previous 2 plate appearances. Vikings looking to add to the scoreboard, as the Eagles will have a pitching exchange here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like it will be number 9, Evelyn, who previously played first base for the Eagles. Oh, I'm sorry. Next pitcher for the Eagles, number 3, Sammy, who previously played center field.
Just pitch and change from center field.
Thank you. McCann will now be placed at left field.
Your other left. We would like to see the catcher that she's throwing the ball to as in the shot.
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect. That's what we're looking for.
So up next for the Vikings, number 13, Darla Sandoval. Have runner at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Vikings have 7 hits so far in the ball game. On deck for the Vikings, number 12, Jennifer Pelayo, who was subbed in earlier this inning for Veronica Cuellar. Next pitch for Darla, called strike. The count is now 1-1. Beautiful curveball by Sammy. It's called strike 2. Count is now 1-2. Next pitch, softly hit. Shortstop. Darla able to run it out at first base. And Antoinette able to round second. Round third. And she is able to reach home safely after a ground rule double. Score is now Vikings 6, Eagles 0. Looks like they will bring the runner back. So it's now second and third for the Vikings. And the score is 5-0. Antoinette was previously at first base, and she was allowed only 2 bases. First pitch to Pelayo. Check swings. Strike 1. And Antoinette able to reach home safely after a wild pitch. The score is now 6-0. And we have Darla standing at third base. Count is now no balls and 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Next pitch low, called ball. Count is now 2 balls, 1 strike for Pelayo. Two balls and 1 strike for Pelayo. Grounded to second base. Pelayo out at first. But Darla able to score from third base. Score is now Vikings 7, Eagles 0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up next for the Vikings, number 5, Samantha Mesta. Mesta singled and grounded out in her previous 2 at-bats. On deck for the Vikings, number 4, Alyssa Guerrero. Samantha softly hit it softly to second base. She's able to stand at first base. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Alyssa up next. She previously struck out and recorded an RBI in her flyout in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Alyssa called strike. Count is now no balls and 1 strike. Alyssa grounded at shortstop. Close call at first base. Alyssa unable to run it out. And she's called out for the 3rd out of the inning. After 5 innings of play, the score is now the Vikings 7, the Eagles 0. No.
So we're at 7 altogether.
7.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates.
May 3rd,
May 4th.
May 10th, May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390. TTT.
Welcome back, softball fans. This is the top of the 6th inning. Vikings lead it. The score is 7-0. Up next for the Eagles, number 27, Desiree. She previously struck out in her plate appearance. Desiree attempting a bunt. 7-0. First pitch, called ball. Count is now 1-0 for Desiree. Kika remains on the mound for the Vikings. Next pitch up high. Ball 2. Kika on the windup. Down the middle for strike 1. Kika has 10 strikeouts so far in the ballgame. Has allowed only 2 hits and walked 1 batter. Desiree swung and missed for her second strike of the count. It's now 2-2. Kick on the windup. Foul tipped it. Alyssa able to hold on to it for Kika's 11th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Eagles, number 12, Stella, who previously struck out in her first plate appearance. First pitch down the middle, called strike 1. Erica remains consistent here in the 6th inning. Swung and missed by Stella. That's called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Still in the hole here. Kick on the windup. Stella pops it back for foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Next pitch on the dirt. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes for Stella. Next pitch down the middle, the outside corner, called strike 3. That's Erica's 12th strikeout of the game. And now we're in the top of the order for the Eagles. Number 3, Sammy, the pitcher, up next. She previously struck out and flied out in her previous 2 plate appearances. First pitch inside for ball 1.
Yeah, that's a better shot, getting the coach out.
Thank you. It doesn't matter. Go to that one, okay? When it,
Erica in the windup.
go, go, go.
Next pitch, Sammy fouls it back. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike.
As long as you're not pushing it.
Late swing by Sammy. That's called for strike 2. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Sammy. Next pitch outside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Erica seemed to find a rhythm here in the top of the 6th inning. Next pitch is Sammy. Down the middle, but fouled back. Erica in the windup. softly hit towards second base, and Sammy is able to stand safely at first base. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Up next for the Eagles, number 4, Ruby, who struck out and flied out in the previous 2 plate appearances. With Sammy's previous hit, that is now 3 hits for the Eagles. First pitch down the middle, called strike 1.
Right now, I can't see the batter, and I can't see third base on your shot.
Count is now no balls and 1 strike. That's called strike 2. And Sammy almost picked off at first. Beautiful throw by Alyssa. Softly hit to the along the first baseline, rolls foul. Kika wisely let it roll out. Kika looking to strike out all 3 outs here in the top of the 6th. And she achieves that goal, as that it is her 13th strikeout here in the game so far. After 5.5 innings of play, Vikings 7, Marshall 0.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates.
May 3rd,
May 4th.
May 10th, May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390. TTT.
Welcome back, Viking fans. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Up next for the Vikings, number 17, Alexis Soto. She previously struck out in her last play appearance. First pitch fouled back. Sammy remains as pitcher here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th. The count is no balls and 1 strike for Alexis. Next pitch up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Sammy in the windup. Hit along the third baseline, but went foul. It's now 2 strikes and 1 ball for Alexis. On deck for the Vikings, number 2, Karina Loera. Sam in the windup. Looks like the ball slipped out of her hands. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch fouled back. Counts still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes for Alexis. Next pitch down the middle called strike 3. Sammy's first strike out of the ball game. So that's now 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Up next, Karina Loera for the Vikings. She previously flied out and singled in her last 2 plate appearances. Sammy in the windup. First pitch down low. Ball 1. Loera pops it up center field. Able to secure a single. So it's now 1 out. We have a runner on first base. And up next for the Vikings, number 1, Erica Rivera. Erica hit a triple in her previous at-bat. First pitch, grounded it to center field. Now we have runners on first and second with 1 out, and Alexandra Souza up next. The previous inning, Alexandra hit an inside the park home run. 2-run home run to be exact. First pitch to Alexandra, inside, ball 1. She is well known by her teammates as Souza or Baby Souza, as she is the youngest of 3 sisters. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike for Alexandra. Sammy in the windup. Pitches inside. Swung foul. Looks like the Vikings wanting to add more onto the score. Here with 1 out. Next pitch fouled back. Vikings have 11 hits so far here in the ball game. Next pitch foul to the left. Next pitch hit along third base line, but landed about 2 feet into foul territory. Next pitch to Souza. Fouled back. It's a nice battle between Souza and Sammy. Next pitch. Souza fouled it along the third base line. That must be around the 10th pitch of the at-bat so far. We have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next pitch still foul along the third base line. Souza not giving up. Sammy in the windup. Beautiful curveball by Sammy. Able to get that strikeout. Second strikeout for Sammy in the game so far. So it's now 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Antoinette Gonzalez up next. First pitch to Antoinette in the inside corner called strike 1. Antoinette doubled, singled, and grounded out in her previous plate appearances. Next pitch is called ball. Counts now 1-1. Antoinette pops it up center field. Center fielder able to field it for the third out of the inning. So after 6 innings of play, Vikings are up 7-0.
Okay, this is the hard part, okay?
Still 7?
7-0. Top of the 7th.
7-0.
Top of the 6th.
Bottom or top?
Top of the 7th.
7?
Yeah.
I can't all put it in this way. So I put 7?
7 TH. Inning.
Go to work, Darla.
Hello, we are the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher. You can catch our show the following dates.
May 3rd,
May 4th.
May 10th, May 11th.
They all begin at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $8 with ASB and 10 without. You can purchase a ticket from any cast member or simply go to 390. TTT.
Welcome back, everybody. Looks like the Vikings brought out the closer. Number 13, Darla Sandoval, will sub in for Erica Rivera. Erica will now play first base. And up next for the Eagles, number 55, McCann. First pitch to McCann, popped up to left field. Ruby unable to field it at the first attempt, and McCann has a standing double. So we have a runner on second here in the top of the 7th inning. Up next for the Eagles, number 9, Evelyn. First pitch swung and missed. That's 1 strike. If the Vikings are able to retire 3 batters without giving up 7 runs, they are able to close out the game. That was a wild pitch, and McCann able to reach third safely. So the count is now 1-1. Next pitch to Evelyn. Hit to third base. Out at first. And she is called safe at home. So the Vikings unable to turn 2. So it's now 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Vikings coach wants to talk with the umpire. If this play stands, the score will now be Vikings 7, Eagles 1. Looks like the run will count. So it's 1 out. First pitch up high for ball 1. So up next for the Eagles, number 11, Katie, who previously walked and struck out in her previous 2 plate appearances. Next pitch called ball. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch up high for ball 3. Baitable pitch in the outside corner called ball 4. So now we have a runner on first base with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Up next for the Eagles, number 7, Sinsley. First pitch up high. Darda is a transfer from Los Altos High School. Looking to the end of the game here. Next pitch down the middle for strike 1. Count is now 1-1 for Sinsley. Darda in the windup. Fouled back. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch, fouled back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Runner on first, 1 out. Low pitch. Close call at second base. Katie able to reach second safely. Count is now 2-2. Hit at third base. Sinsley is out at first, but Katie is able to reach third. So now it's 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. Up next to the Eagles, number 13, Rihanna. Rihanna struck out her previous 2 plate appearances. First pitch on the dirt, called ball 1. One out remaining for the Vikings in order for them to end the ball game. Rihanna hits to the center field, and Sinsley is able to. Katie is able to score from third. So the score is now Vikings 7, the Eagles 2, with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Up next for the Eagles, number 27, Desiree. First pitch down the middle, called strike 1. Darla in the windup. Fouled back, called strike 2. Vikings 1 strike away from calling game. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes.
I said switch to that camera so I can take all the battery out there.
Darla in the windup. Pitch is high. So there's a runner on first. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. The Vikings still lead it 7-2. Courtesy of the Vista Academy. Vikings ended the ball game with 12 hits compared to the Eagles 6. Outstanding performance by Mountain starting pitcher Erica Garcia, who had 13 strikeouts and 1 base per ball. Marshall starting pitcher McCann was only able to last 4.5 innings after being subbed out by Sammy. So with this win, the Vikings now hold a tiebreaker against the Marshall Eagles, and are still edged to qualify for the AF playoffs. Well, thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful day.